There's a statement we make sometimes. The statement is, what will be, what will not be, will not be. That statement is not entirely true. The statement suggests absolute predestination, meaning that human decisions and choices don't matter. We know it's not true. Deuteronomy 30:19 says, I present before you life and death, blessing and curse. Choose. So man have the ability to choose. And so our ability to choose can actually make what will be not to be, or vice versa. In 1 Samuel chapter 2, God told Eli that Eli and his generation were going to serve as priests before him forever. And so Eli was already serving as a priest. His sons were serving as priests already. But along the line, God became angry with Eli. And the reason was because Eli honored his sons above God. Eli's sons did evil in the sight of God, and Eli failed to correct his sons. And so God was angry with Eli. And then God told Eli and said, you know what? You're no longer going to serve as priest before me, and your generations are giving the priesthood to another person. And so what was meant to be, which was that Eli's generation were meant to serve as priests before God forever, was altered because of Eli's decision to dishonor God and to honor his children above God, and his failure to correct his children. So our decisions and choices have a high tendency to alter sometimes what is meant to be. And sometimes our decisions and choices can also make what was not meant to be to be. We know the story of the woman whose daughter was possessed in the Bible, and then she met Jesus to please heal, her daughter. And Jesus said, I'm not sent to you, I'm sent to the lost sheep of Israel. And the woman kept begging Jesus, said, please help me, just heal my daughter. And Jesus said something. Jesus said, you don't expect me to give the children's bread to dogs? And the woman said, sir, even dogs, they can eat the crumbs from the master's table. And Jesus was surprised. And Jesus said, I've never seen a faith like this. Go, your daughter is healed. So Jesus didn't plan to heal the daughter of the woman. Jesus didn't even plan to give attention to the woman. But the woman decided, the woman chose and persisted and pressed. And then what was not meant to be, the woman made it to be. Her decision made it to be. The woman made Jesus to heal her daughter because of her persistence, because of her choice, because of her decision. And so sometimes what is meant to be may not be, not because it wasn't meant to be, but because of certain decisions and choices that we made that altered it. And so it happens both ways, vice versa. It was Miles Monroe of blessed memory that said, the cemetery is the wealthiest place, and it's not because of material wealth, but because of it is filled with unfulfilled potentials and dreams. And so some of the people that passed on, some of the people that died, that God had great plans for them, but they didn't live it, not because God didn't have great plans for them, not because they weren't meant to be great. It was because some of them, they made certain decisions and choices that altered what was meant to be. So that's why I said initially that statement is not entirely true. Because sometimes our decisions and choices can actually alter what was meant to be. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.